All right, so today we're doing one of my absolute favorite things, which is conversions. And this will cross over a little bit into science, but basically conversion is we want to go from one thing to the other thing. So we start with whatever hours, but we want it to be in weeks, something like that. It will make more sense when we get started. So let's just go ahead and start with example 1. We have 3 examples, and they're very short. So the first question is, how many hours are in 1 week? How many hours are in 1 week? So what did we start with? We're starting with 1 week. So I'm going to write week right here. And I want to go to hours. So I'm stepping down because hours is less than a week. So 1 week, you got to go from weeks to days to hours, right? You step down each time. We have a week, we step down to a day, we step down to an hour. So what we're going to do is draw what I call a fence post. And we're going to have 3 sections. One's for week, one for days, and one for hours. So we start up here with 1 week, but we want to end up with hours. So we have to get rid of the weeks. So the middle section should be days. So how many days are in 1 week? There are 7 days in 1 week. So 7 days in 1 week. Now look what happens. If you have weeks on the top here and the bottom here, they will cancel out because we don't want to have weeks anymore. We want to have hours. So whenever we move to the next section of the fence, make sure to put the opposite, put days. Well, now we'll need to be on the bottom since we already did it on the top. So now we go to hours. How many hours are in 1 day? 24 hours in 1 day. So now, see, we put days on the bottom. So days will cancel on the top and the bottom. And now we're just left with the hours. So that's with the words, but now we have to use our numbers. What we're going to do is multiply across the top and multiply across the bottom. So on the top, 1 times 7 times 24 is 168. And on the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. Well, 168 over 1 is just 168. So there are 168 hours left, or 168 hours in 1 week. And that's how we use the fence post method to use conversions. So let's try the next one. Here, example 2, the question is, how many miles are in 126,720 inches? Ooh-wee. So how many miles is that? That's a lot of inches. How many miles is it? All right, so we're going from inches to probably feet, wouldn't you say? Step up from inches is feet. And then a step up from feet is miles. All right, so let's begin. Again, we're going to have 3 because we had 3 things. First inches, then feet, then miles. So we have 3 sections. And we started with 126, 720 inches. Okay, so now we have to go from inches to feet. How many inches in a feet? In a foot is 12. So inches, should that be on the top or the bottom? Remember, we want to cancel out. So inches should go on the bottom, feet should be on the top. We said they're 1 foot, 12 inches. So look, now the inches cancel out. We have feet, we don't want feet, we want miles. So the next one, we go from feet to miles. How many feet are in 1 mile? 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And since we have feet on the top, feet on the bottom, they now cancel out as well. So now we just have miles. Remember, let's multiply across the bottom and multiply across the top. So on the top we have 126,720 on the bottom, and on the bottom, or on the top, okay, I need to speak English. On the bottom we have 12 times 5,280, and that is 63,360. Okay, so we multiplied across the top, multiplied across the bottom, and now we divide. If you divide that, you should get 2. So 2 miles. That many inches is 2 miles. And we have one more example. Example 3. Example 3. How many cups are in a gallon? Or are in 5 gallons, sorry. Are in 5 gallons. How many cups are in 5 gallons? So we started with gallons. We have to go down. So down a step from gallons is quarts. Down a step from quarts is a pint. And down a step from pint is cup. So this time, on our fence post, we're going to have 4 sections like this. 4 sections. So the first section should be gallons. 5 gal. That's what we start with. Next, we need to go from gallons to quarts. So how many gallons are in a quart? Remember, we want gallons to cancel. So since it's on the top, we put it on the bottom. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. I'm just going to put QU. Then we go from quarts to pints. So here, gallons are done. We need to go from quarts to pints. So put quarts on the bottom, pints on the top. There are 2 pints in 1 quart. So quarts are gone. Now we have pints. We need to go from pints to cups. So pints needs to be on the bottom so that they cancel out. There are 1 pint has 2 cups. So pints is on the top and the bottom canceled out. All right, now we multiply. So multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. On the top we have 5 times 4 times 2 times 2. That will be 80. And on the bottom we have 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. So 80 over 1 equals 80, and that is in cups. Alrighty, so that is all for the notes today. And what I would like you to do is work on. So you can work on the things that we did yesterday, the shadow assignment and all that. Or if you finish with that, week 10 at home. Here is the conversions practice problems. It is a puzzle piece assignment. And this is how we do it. So first is the question. I'm going to ask you to put them together on the fence post. So just drag your answer and place it where it needs to go. Remember, always start with what they give you, and then what you want to have should be on the top right. So seconds should be on the top right. Then the next question is the same exact problem, but you just give me your answer. So how many seconds were there? What did you get for your answer? Type it in. And then the next one, same thing, place it where it needs to go. And the next one, give me the actual answer. Okay? So that's your assignment. Good luck.